Hi everyone! Welcome back for day 8 of the first 20 days of reading. This video's purpose is to assist you in becoming a better reader and thinker. Thanks for joining me. Let's review the two genres we talked about yesterday. Fictional texts are texts that are made up by an author that are not true. It could be a story about a princess and a castle or a talking unicorn. Nonfiction or nonfiction texts teach, inform, and explain real things. It could be a book about Abraham Lincoln or famous monuments created after presidents. I know how tricky it can be to understand if a text is fiction or nonfiction. Fiction is often called literature, whereas nonfiction is called informational text because it's full of information. Fiction is made up, whereas nonfiction has true facts. Fiction must be read in order, whereas nonfiction can be read in any order. The author's purpose in writing fiction is to entertain us, whereas the purpose of nonfiction is to teach us. This one's easy. Fiction has illustrations, like in The Dot, and nonfiction has photographs, like in the cookbook I showed you yesterday. Let's keep going. In fiction, there are characters, settings, problems, solutions. Fiction tells a story. Sometimes animals can even talk in fictional text. Fiction has a beginning, middle, and ending, whereas nonfiction has text features that help you locate information and help you learn new information. Some of these text features are a table of contents, photographs, headings, charts, diagrams, labels, captions, an index, and a glossary. Now that we've reviewed the main differences between the two major genres, fiction and nonfiction, let's try it. Can we compare fiction and nonfiction together? Let's preview the front covers of these books to determine which one is fiction and which one is nonfiction. I see one has illustrations and one has a beautiful photograph of a real butterfly. I hope your reader voice is thinking too. On this sheet, let's write down our thinking to help us determine which book is fiction and which one is nonfiction. Okay, so let's add illustration to the fiction side because I know Eric Carle created the caterpillar illustration himself. And let's add photograph to the nonfiction side because they had a photograph of a real caterpillar. Next, let's listen to a short section from each book. Butterflies are all around us. It's hard to believe these majestic insects with impressive wingspans and beautifully colored and patterned wings were once creepy crawly caterpillars. How in the world does this transformation happen? I wonder what book matches this text. Let's read the other one so I can compare. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. What book do you think this text matches? My reader voice. I heard the words impressive wingspan mentioned in the first one I read, And that sounds like a very technical term for the butterfly's wing measurement when they're all stretched out. That sounds like they're referring to something that is real or a fact. So I put that one on the right with the nonfiction side. In the second text that I read aloud, I heard that the caterpillar was still hungry and continued to try to eat new things. This sounds like a problem and a solution to me for the character, the very hungry caterpillar. So I'm going to put that one on the fiction side, on the left of your screen. When you determine the genre before you begin reading, you have already done so much thinking. This prepares your brain to carefully think about how the text features we've identified in this session help us understand the ideas better in the story. So with fiction, we look at the illustrations and we think about the dialogue, and this helps us understand our characters better. And in nonfiction, we take a look at the photographs and the labels and the charts that help give us more information about the subject the author is trying to teach us about. Let's remember that reading is thinking, and let's share our thoughts as we read together today.